Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. I want to start a series here on my channel. I have never before really interviewed any of my tarot decks. I don't want to say I pick favorites when it comes to my decks, but I have my friends that, I just kind of see at work. Kind of just acquaintances in that group as well. Some I'm more friendly with than others and know more than others. Then I have my best friends over on this side, and we just instantly clicked, and well, we know each other in and out, and it's great. So I don't want to say that I have favorites, but I definitely have stronger connections with some of my decks. I've never interviewed them to know hey, what are you about? I will say each deck definitely has their own personality, definitely has their own energy. You can definitely tell when you're working with it, okay, this isn't just cards that I'm pulling and getting a message from. It's all in the imagery, it's all in the personality. There's a personality there in those cards. I think that would be a very interesting video series to do here on my channel. So I think not only will it be beneficial to me to do this because I'll get to know all of the decks a little bit more, but I think it could also be beneficial for you guys as well. I don't think if you see a deck that you really like and you go purchase it, I don't think you probably won't have the same kind of experience or connection with that deck. I don't know though, maybe you will. But I think this is a good opportunity to show you guys some of the decks that I have that I really like, and that I think some of you guys might also enjoy if you like to work with tarot, or you are someone who collects tarot because you like the art, or just whatever. I think this could benefit all of us. So I think I'm going to film my interviews of all of my decks for you guys. So I printed this out. It is a tarot spread. I think it's from, I forget the name now. I think I'll link it down below. It's from a blog post from Little Red Tarot, I believe. But I mean, you can find these spreads all over the internet. This didn't cost anything. They're free. But I mean, if these questions don't jive with you, there are a ton of other ones, especially if you're on Tumblr. Just do a quick Google search. You will definitely find other spreads. Maybe you want to use more cards, maybe you want to use less cards, but this one was recommended to me, so I am going to use this one. The very first deck that I would like to interview in this series that I'm going to be doing is the Santa Muerte Tarot Book of the Dead cards. And then of course the cards themselves, if you have not seen this deck yet, I definitely recommend it. Just as the art collector in me, the art lover in me, these cards, they're gorgeous. The colors of the cards are gorgeous. I don't want to say symbolism, but the culture in them, you can tell the person who made these cards, who did the art for these cards, put their heart and their soul into these cards. You can just feel it when you look at them. I am very excited to go ahead, and I'm going to smoke cleanse them a little bit. I'm going to shuffle them a good number of times, and then we're gonna get to the questions, and yeah, and then I will, I guess, follow up with you guys. So let's get to it. So I'm not gonna be utilizing the mat per se, I'm just putting the mat down on the table. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to shuffle them a lot. This is one thing that I'm gonna do to clear the energy of the cards. So I am in a moment going to light this incense. Again, I'm just making sure these cards are well shuffled. And I just like to run the cards over them. This is a good thing to do every single time that you plan to do any kind of reading, whether it be for yourself and definitely for a client. Clear that energy out, because you know, when you use it, you're utilizing that energy, you're throwing your energy in there. If you're working with someone else, their energy is getting all mixed in as well. So you want a clean slate when you're working with them. You don't have to use sage. There are many other ways to cleanse your cards. You can use crystals, you can use sound. That was a very bad shuffle. Shuffling is one way to do it. In fact, that is like, it's so physical, you know what I mean? Like, you are shaking the cards up. You are shaking everything out of there. This card keeps popping up. I don't know if that's upside down for you guys. All right, that card just kept showing up, so. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. Well, let's start asking our questions. So what I'm gonna do, this isn't how I usually do this, how I usually read tarot, but I'm gonna put all the cards out. I think I'm going to quickly shuffle as I'm doing it, just in case like cards pop out. I want the deck to be able to speak for itself. So I cut the deck. So this is going to be, tell me about yourself. Just a generic, like, what are you about? And then I'm going to shuffle like this and really focus on what is your most important characteristic. What is one of your most important characteristics? Tell me about yourself. What is your most important characteristic? And then when it feels right, or a card pops out, I will stop. Tell me about yourself. What is your most important characteristic? Tell me about yourself. What is your most important characteristic? Tell me about yourself. What is your most important characteristic? Ooh. All right, I'm gonna slip that under there. So this is the card that popped out. Make sure you guys can see it. All right, so what are your strengths as a deck? What are your strengths as a deck? I don't know, do you guys think I should do this like with you looking at me? Maybe I should do this with you guys looking at me. Hang on. It feels very impersonal. I don't know. What are your strengths as a deck? What I'll do, I will do the shuffling with you guys looking, and then I will go ahead and top down for like the reveal. What are your strengths as a deck? What are your limits as a deck? What are your limits? What are your limits? Tell me all about your limits. Ooh, it's a piece of glue. What are your limits? What are you here to teach me? What are you here? Ooh, these cards are popping right out at me. How can I best learn and collaborate with you? That was a whole bunch of cards. All right. What is the potential outcome of our working relationship? What is the potential outcome of our working relationship? I really like you. you know, but I want to get to know you, you know, how well will we work together? Are we gonna click? Do you like me? Alrighty. Top down. Questions have been asked. Cards have flung out at me. So the very first one we are gonna do is, tell me about yourself and what is your most important characteristic. As you can see, like, some of these cards really just flew out at me. So we got the 10 of Wands. Ooh, we got 2 wands. That's cool. So we got the 10 of Wands, and we also got, this one flew out at me, and that was when I was asking, like, what is your most important characteristic? And this is the 9 of Wands, I believe. So it's just very interesting that I pulled 2 wands, and I pulled 10 and 9, which is also pretty interesting. So wands is fire. Wands is associated with like the element of fire. So like it's a very primal energy. It's very sexual. It's very creative. So your creativity, like just your ambition, your intuition, just as like an overall theme that I'm seeing here. So it's just a very ambitious, very creative deck, and I definitely agree with that. So with 9 and 10, so with 10 itself, that's like completion, the end of a cycle, renewal, and then 9 is like attainment and fulfillment. Just speaking on numbers, I'm getting a heckin' Alice in Wonderland feeling from these. I don't know if like you guys also can see this. It's very like painting the roses red. Crazy energy. A lot of roses, man. I know it's not a queen card, but total Queen of Hearts kind of feeling, even though I know that's not correct, but just that's what I'm getting here. It's almost like I want to say she's killing the tree, but like, can you see in this card specifically, like, where are you? In the background, like there's vibrant green trees, and then the one that she happens to be touching is kind of liquefying and melting into these red flowers. And like how it's, do you see what I mean? Kind of like petals, the red petals are floating off of the tree, and it's just what's it called? Wow, this is confusing. How the branches are empty and the leaves have turned red and are kind of blowing away. And then this one, so I'm definitely seeing the sexual energy here, because it's a butterfly, it's red, it's passion, it's fiery, and then it's like a pelvic bone. I don't know if you can see, like in the butterfly, it's a pelvic bone. So I am getting very like sexual and creative energies from here, because I don't know, like I like the thought of Alice in Wonderland, because Alice in Wonderland is like just so creative. That is such a vibrant and creative, like I don't want to say media, but just like that is just such a trippy, just very creative cartoon and book. And I think the symbolism of the roses is important, because while beautiful, they are incredibly, like, not deadly, but I mean, you fall in a rose bush, you're gonna get cut up, you know what I mean? Like, they have thorns. Roses are beautiful, they smell wonderful, but they're thorny. Like the what's it called? The saying that every rose has its thorn. While you have succeeded, you've achieved what you got, but like, be careful, because it can still bite you. So what I'm ultimately getting from this deck is, you know, it with 2 wands and two joint wands. I'm getting that sexual, fiery, hot passion with the symbolism here, but I'm also getting like creativity and success, inspiration. What are your strengths as a deck? And this is a reversed world card. Whoa, that is intense. That is an intense card. Wow. There's a lot going on here. So this is, gosh dang it, this camera. So this, where are you? So this is the upright world card. I pulled it reverse, but that is an intense card. That is a lot of imagery going on there. So that's a major arcana card. So it's a bride, but it's also like the Reaper on top of the world. I mean, I would say this is like another completion, because that's like what the world is, but like it was reversed. So it's like, I almost see this as like the different parts of you, like as you grow. There's different color flowers all around. I'm just taking it all in. This is just very like, and this is your central being, but you have many pieces to you. So the question I'm asking the deck is basically like, what are your strengths? And normally this is like a completion card, like completing the cycle, which is interesting that goes with that, but like being that it was reversed, like it could help you, it could help with like personal closure, or like, or any delays, or like you want to get to here, but you want to get to there in the quickest way possible without putting in the work. And I think this is like a wake up, you know, if you want to get here, you got to put in the work. So I think this would be to reap the benefits, to be that butterfly. It can help with any kind of like blockages, uncover blockages, and help you get to this butterfly, help you become that butterfly. That is an intense card though. Woo! So what are your limits as a deck? Justice reversed. Whoa, that is also another intense card. So I don't know if you can see it. So he's in priesty kind of gear, and he has the scale of justice. Behind him is a wall of skulls, which very much reminds me of like Paris, like the underground crypts. Surrounded by thorny roses, and there are weeds in front of him. And this was reversed though. So so is it an unstable deck? So what I'm getting is the deck might not always take the moral high ground. It might not always provide you with the lawful good answer that you want to hear, or maybe you don't want to hear the lawful good answer. I like the response. It might not be a lawful good deck. I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think it won't, that feels right. Like it won't always give you the best solution or best answer, but it'll give you something, you know what I mean? It'll give you something that you need to hear or want to hear. What are you here to teach me? And this one did pop out. Wow, these are all reversed. So this is the Ace of Swords. So I pulled it reversed again, but just so you can see, this is what, this is what the card looks like. It's got a spade in the skull. And it's a very heavenly sky, but the sword is just wrapped in these, it's like trapped and suffocating in these vines, in these weeds. Swords are like your thoughts, your words. Communication is basically like a new beginning, opportunity and potential. But this was a reversed card. What are you here to teach me? that I'm stuck in my head, that I'm holding myself back. I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm not in a good mental headspace right now, so I am definitely holding myself back in a lot of different areas. Like, and that I think ties into this. Like, I think the cards are reading me a little bit, because if I want to get here, I need to deal with these weeds first. Yeah, so that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this, is that like the weeds in my head are holding me back. But I mean, there's this goodness here, and all I have to do is, I'm a sword essentially, you know what I mean? Like, I'm my own worst enemy. All of this is me, but I have the power, I have the ability to cut through these weeds. I just gotta do it. This next one, as I was shuffling the deck, a whole bunch of cards fell out. I don't know if they were all, I'm pretty sure the bottom one was reversed. This one is what can I personally best learn and collaborate with you on? And this, I pulled the Hanged Man. That is a very awesome card. Wow, do I love that card. Look at this. That is awesome. I really like this card. So that's the Hanged Man. This is the, I'm assuming with the red, I'm dealing with more wands. Yeah, this is the Two of Wands, which is also pretty cool. And this I know fell down reversed. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So these three cards just literally flew out as I was shuffling the deck. So the Hangman is a time of like pause and reflection, new perspective. Two of Wands is future planning. This man is like trapped though, you know what I mean? Like, he's fully entangled in these bushes. Oh, they're not roses also. I didn't notice that. But I get a vibe that this is a man or woman. This is someone who knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're not trapped and they're like ready to execute a plan. So with just these two cards alone, I'm getting very much, trust me, I know what I'm doing, even though it might not be the most conventional and be open to new ideas. Like, just be open. Surrender to it. Just be open. And with this one, it's basically saying I'm best used for like not long-term questions, like long-term things, very short-term goals, experiences, but to be open to it. You never know, like that could still be beneficial to you, could still open the door to very long-term things, but it's better suited for, and it goes really well with like the world, because the world was saying, you know, shortcuts and, you know, quick fixes and stuff like that. I'm seeing relevance here in the cards, but to be open to new perspectives. The last card is, what is the potential outcome of our working relationship? And that is the Page of Wands. Well, he's a cheerful looking fella or lady. A lot of wands, man, a lot of wands. This looks like someone who is very successful, I'm not going to lie. It's like they have a deed in their hands or a treasure map. I'm getting both vibes. The clothing that they're wearing seems very, very, I don't want to say expensive, but like I get higher class vibes from this person. They're wearing earrings. They're in fancier clothes, like fancy top hat. And they're high above the bushes, but the bushes still are underneath of them. So, there's a lot of wands pulled here, man. A lot of wands. I see a lot of inspiration coming from using this deck. A lot of success, ideas, and self-discovery. And I see it almost teaching me to be more of a free spirit, which kind of goes hand in hand with like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's telling me be very open to new perspectives, like short-term solutions. But in the end, it will bring such great wealth in many different ways, not just material wealth, but just wealth. You know what I mean? Happiness. I like it. I very much like it. I do want to also show off, since I've been showing some of these. This is the back of the cards, just so you can also see. Alright guys, so that's it. That was my first deck interview in this series that I'm starting here on my channel. And again, that was with the Santa Muerte Tarot, the Book of the Dead Tarot. And I think it went really well. I think I have a really good understanding of like what to expect from this deck. Like its personality, like the cards that I'm pulling definitely fit with like the central, like the art like makes sense. I like if that makes sense. Like it's just very fitting. It wears its personality almost on the outside, if that makes sense. It's not like a hidden thing. It's hiding nothing. Alright, so that was it guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know down below if you know the kinds of decks that I have. If you follow me on my Instagram, then you probably know some of the decks that I have. If you have a suggestion for the next deck that I should interview, let me know down below and I will do that one ahead of time. You know, I will pick that one over others. If you are interested in a personal reading from me, I will list my Etsy store down below. Please go ahead, visit. There's a bunch of different listings on there. If you see something you like, go ahead. Otherwise, send me a message. I believe there's also like you have the ability to make like a custom order on there as well. But I'm willing to work with you. Just send me a message and I will go ahead and get that started for you. But I would love to do readings for you guys. So if that's something that you're into, go ahead and check that out. So I'm gonna go. I will see you all in my next video. I will see you definitely in my next interview. I don't know when that will be or when my next video will be, but I will see you guys there. Bye.